My food.
All right, folks, here we are. We're out on another adventure today. Drizzly little August morning here. But we've got Satellite and Cass from Trail Magic with us. We got Osha back, got Endo, and we're here at the Three Ridges Wilderness here in Virginia. We're going to be heading north, do the MAU-HAR loop, or MAU-HAR Three Ridges loop. It's only about a 13-mile or so hike total, so it's not really big miles, but it's a big climb from here up to the top of Three Ridges. Is about 3,000 feet or so. It's a good little climb. I'm glad to be out here. Sorry the whole gang couldn't be here, but glad we got at least a few of us. And looking forward to having a good time today. So let's get rolling.
Soil filter plugged down the street. Yeah, I saw that dude's balls right here.
And you took the time to look, and
I saw it.
I did.
I saw the balls.
I did give it a good look. Oh, I don't like it.
In the heel. Heel.
I'm sure you passed where they were. They were with the group that got this here. So.
All right. So Osha is taking an alternate route. He's actually going up the MAU-HAR trail so they can follow the creek. Endo's running a little hot today. It's definitely very muggy, humid. But as I'm speaking, a little bit of a breeze is coming through, making it feel decent. So, but Satellite and Cass and myself are going to continue on up Three Ridges. Oh, that's a cool looking fungus right there.
Oh, damn.
Whatever that is. But yeah, we're going to continue on up Three Ridges. Hopefully catch a couple of these real nice views before any storms roll in. And it's going to be a long, hot climb.
I still remember the day that you left here, and I still remember your name. And I read my atlas each day after day, but I can't remember my way.
Come on, Cass, big smile. Big smile. Show a little leg. Alright, I believe this is Harper's Creek. Just right before the Harper's Creek shelter. It's our first water source since we left. So I'm gonna chug what I have, refill, probably chug again, and refill again. I think this is the last source for a little while. But it's a beautiful little spot, really nice.
Cass, can you hook me up with some of your meat? I'm sure he'll really don't mind if you do that.
I hold no judgment. All right, we're just leaving the Harper's Creek shelter. Stopped and had a little lunch. Took a little break, recharge. Let a small little rain shower pass over. It's probably going to rain off and on most of the day, I would think. But right now it's sunny again, reasonably cool. Feel good, nice and re-energized from my nasty slice of Spam and my salmon. But I still got a lot of climbing to do. So a long ways up. I think it's 6.2 more miles up to the Maupin Field shelter, where we'll be camping either there or somewhere near it. But that 6.2 is mostly all uphill. But hopefully with the clouds passing through, we'll get pretty good views along the way. There's supposed to be a couple of nice viewpoints going up Three Ridges. So Anyway, linking back up with the AT right here and continuing on up the mountain. Some really rocky terrain coming through this, or up this second of the 3 ridges.
Is that a pop-up? No.
It's been pretty rocky, pretty slippery, treacherous.
But I'm pretty graceful.
We're all ballerinas here.
Oh shit.
Beautiful. Stunning. Just got to this really nice outcropping here off the second of the 3 ridges. Looking down toward the Ty River Valley. I think that's the Ty River Valley. There's the priest over there shrouded in clouds. Very, very nice view. Alright, so I'm hiking in some new shoes today. I know I really don't talk about my gear, my clothing a whole lot on the channel, at least not lately. Something I've been meaning to do a little bit more of. But my gear keeps kind of rapidly evolving, so it's kind of hard to do one really definitive gear list. But I think I got it whittled down pretty good, so I might do one soon. But anyway, these shoes are the Brooks Cascadia 14s. If you've paid attention to any of my previous videos, I've been wearing the Cascadia 13s for about probably 350 to 400 miles. And they are still in excellent shape. They're still actually in really good shape. The insoles are a little wore out. I've had a hard time finding Brooks insoles to replace them, so. But anyway, I just happened to look on REI's website and they had these 14s on clearance for like 65 bucks. It's like half off. So, figure what the hell, I'll give them a shot. 65 bucks, it's worth a shot. I know I already like the Cascadias. These 14s really don't feel any different than the 13s did. They feel a little more fresh and cushiony, obviously, because they got fresh insoles in them and everything, but so far so good. I don't know if the video really even show you how steep this is, but my God, I'm straight up in the air here. All right, yeah, putting this away so I can use my hands.
How far will you catch me?
If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting, time after time.
Cass, you gotta pick it up.
Another grand view. This one looking, I believe, pretty sure it's west or southwest. The last one looked kind of southeast. Man, it's beautiful. All right, we're coming up 3 ridges here, and just happened to look over and spot this little timber rattler. He's kind of small, but he's definitely still very dangerous. He's in black phase right now, which is really pretty.
They go through phases?
Yeah, they go through yellow, green, and black phase. Let's back up a little bit. Give him a little bit of space if he wants to move. But yeah, I haven't seen a rattlesnake since Pennsylvania when I almost stepped on one. At least this one was just off to the side and not really in anybody's way. Yeah, we're going to give him a couple minutes to see what he's going to do before we carry on.
And beautiful men.
You just start walking with a shotgun.
Nice breeze. Feels good up here. We're still coming up this 3rd climb, the final climb up 3 ridges. It's been an interesting 3rd climb. Rattlesnakes and
I'm sending it to Jay so he can see the snake.
rattlesnakes and steep climbs and rocks, and now we're here in this like really flowery little meadow. It's really pretty. Nice little fog in the air, gives it a certain charm. It's very cool. We're nearing the end of our final climb for the day. It's been a doozy. 3 ridges are definitely not for the faint of heart. But OSHA should be probably, if not already at camp, very close to camp. We're going to try to camp at the Maupin Field shelter if it's not taken. If it is taken, we may go down MAU-HAR trail a little bit. But anyway, yep, still climbing. Yeah, I found another little blackberry patch here. Satellite's going in. Yeah, fair amount of ripe blackberries on them. Very cool. I think we're just about the top of the climb because, I mean, all I see is daylight around me. So hopefully that didn't just jinx us.
Yeah,
But I think this is the top right up here. Blackberries.
Oh my God, there's so many.
I know they're everywhere. They're good too, nice and sweet.
I have all these for you, Charles, because I know you don't want to come in because I do know.
All right, so I think this is the top. I'm gonna go ahead and say it and say this is the top.
Is there a granddaddy long
Don't
way?
see anything higher in elevation around us. Looks like there might be a nice view over here. Let's go check it out. But if this is the top, I'm quite happy about that because that was a really, really good climb. I think there may be too many trees over here for a real good view, but still a hell of a nice campsite up here. Looks like we've got some clouds down below us. I don't know if the camera can really see that. Definitely some clouds below us. Yep, so I think it's mostly downhill from here to Maupin Field Shelter, which I believe is like 2.5 miles. This is one hell of a view. We've come down a little way from the top of Three Ridges.
Oh my God.
Man, this view is stunning. That's the priest straight ahead right there. Here's Three Ridges. That's what we climbed all day. Started down there in the valley. Climbed up this to the top up there.
Wow.
And now we've come down. And man, yeah, I think this is probably the view that Anubis was talking
Oh,
about.
it definitely must have been this.
This is amazing. You see all the way to the east out there.
He was right if you watch this.
Anubis, if you're watching this, good call, man. Good call. Probably got like, I don't know, maybe 1.5 miles or so to the shelter, I think. Very, very nice. All right, so we have come to the MAU-HAR trail at the Maupin Field shelter. There's Maupin Field, a lot of room to camp. But we're going to come down here to the shelter. It's starting to drizzle just a little bit. And I think OSHA is more than likely over here at the shelter. So, check it out. Glad to be here. Ready to set up camp and eat some trail magic.
Hell yeah. Hope you got that.
Oh, it's there. We're still rolling. Got anything else to say?
Trail magic is never running.
All right, so we are here at the Maupin shelter area, Maupin Field Shelter. Just got here probably 20-30 minutes ago. Met up with OSHA. OSHA was here waiting for us, OSHA and Indo. And yeah, we're just kind of settling in, setting up camp just right up the hill from the shelter here. Nice little flat spot. Satellite and Cat's gonna do the hammock setup, and I actually brought my 2-person tent with me this time, which is, I really don't have a good reason for doing it. Usually I just bring my tarp because it's lighter, but I have one of those cheap 2-person Lanshan tents that I hardly ever use, so I figured I'd just bring it out and use it. Knock the dust off of it. Anyway, gonna set up and probably fire up the stove. Need some delicious jerk chicken tonight. It's starting to rain a little bit, so we're hanging out over here in the shelter. Got camp set up the hill. Down here, cooking up some dinner. Got some Trail Magic jerk chicken tonight. What's everybody else got? What you got, OSHA?
Hawaiian style pulled pork.
You doing pulled pork tonight? What are y'all doing?
Pulled pork in it, baby.
Pulled pork in it, pulling that pork.
Pulling it well.
Yep, just chilling out, letting the rain pass.
Even though it's a boat, fucking go to sleep. I'm gonna hang out with fucking hillbilly who knows how to make a damn meal.
You're both
without
grounded.
Ruining it. I'm revoking everybody else's fucking meals. I'm just gonna ruin my
Already
reputation.
posted on Instagram
It's
about
gonna
it.
was fucking running. Fuck you. Oh, I'm opening this. I think you ruined this one. Feel the water in this, hillbilly. Feel what he did to that.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my.
a cast.
That's what it's soup.
Wow.
Yeah. It's called Hawaiian soup.
He wants runny poop. Alright, eating on this Caribbean smoked chicken. I've been calling it jerk chicken, but it's more like a Caribbean smoked chicken. Man, this stuff is good. So good.
Perfect and delicious.
It is perfect and delicious. Doesn't take much water to rehydrate, which is really convenient. Only took a cup of water to rehydrate this thing perfectly.
Unlike the shrimp and grits, which is 2 cups of water, that's trail magic.
No, it's not.
But nah, this is
Too full.
a very, very satisfying meal after a good hike. I love it. I think this one and the shrimp and grits are my 2 faves. Although I hope you make the gumbo again.
I'm talking about it for you, hillbilly.
That's what I'm talking about. Good morning, folks. It's about 7:30 in the morning, Sunday morning. Didn't get to do a closing video last night. Things got a little crazy. Started storming pretty hard. Then a couple of young ladies pulled into the shelter while it was storming that we had seen earlier in the day, and they had actually gotten lost. They were unprepared to stay the night. They were just day hiking. But we got them into the shelter and got them calmed down, got them a little bit dry anyway. I think they ended up staying in the shelter last night. I'm up here in my tent, so I'm not sure if they're still there or not. But yeah, it started storming its ass off. I got here in the tent. Everything was already soaking wet inside my tent. Laid down, tried to fall asleep with rain just splashing me in my face. It's kind of ridiculous. Inside of my tent is definitely got, it's not too bad now, but it's definitely got some water in it. But anyway, dealing with all that last night, I just didn't even bother pulling out my camera and doing a closing video last night. But anyway, here we are. It's morning time. We made it through the night. I actually ended up sleeping pretty good anyway once the rain finally stopped. It stormed pretty hard for a pretty long time, a couple hours. But anyway, I'm waking up. I'm dry now. Gonna go down here to the shelter and see how everybody else did through the night. Yeah, I think we all had a little bit of a rough night.
Yes.
Satellite and Kaz had their whole rig come down, crashing to the ground. Hammocks gave out. OSHA flooded out. Him and Endo ran over to the shelter. And I survived the night in the tent, but not without being fairly wet. So I had water splashing me in my face while I was trying to go to sleep, and I definitely have a little bit of pooling water. And this old land shan here, I think a lot of it is because I set up on this hard packed ground, and then the splashback was just hitting that ground and bouncing in. If I had to set up on some leaves or something, it might have been a lot better. But I stayed dry inside the quilt. I woke up this morning, the quilt was dry, so that's cool. Anyway, I think we all had a very interesting night, so we're just packing it up. Just ate a little bit of breakfast, packing up camp, and going to start poking down the MAU-HAR trail here very soon. Say the MAU-HAR trail is quite beautiful. Blue Blaze Trail off the AT that links to the AT at both its northern and southern terminus, so it makes a nice little loop trail. But lots of water in this section, a couple waterfalls. Very, very nice trail through here. I had my closest bear encounter on this trail many, many years ago, right through this section. Very nice place if you're ever in the area. Got to check out the MAU-HAR trail through Ridges Loop. It's quite beautiful.
Come on, baby. Let's go get in the water.
Hold on. You gotta do me like that.
No. Come on, and not in the water.
Oh, just finished climbing up out of the creek here on the MAU-HAR trail. I gotta tell you, climbing up over this 2 ridges coming up from the creek is pretty damn steep. I think that was harder than anything we did yesterday on 3 ridges. Anyway, it was a long, beautiful downhill with a bunch of waterfalls and creeks, and then bam, it hits you in the face with this climb. But we're done with it now, so I think it's just downhill back to the AT from here. Alright, here we are approaching the Appalachian Trail again. So we've completed the loop part of, I guess it's more like a lollipop shaped hike. But we've come back around to where we split off with O'Shea yesterday, where he continued on up MAU-HAR and we went up 3 ridges on the AT. So what do we got? 1.7 left back to the car.
Oh yeah.
It's all downhill. Yay, we survived!
We're back. No.
Oh yeah, river's definitely quite a bit higher than it was yesterday. Looks like we're finished. It was a good hike. Definitely full of adventure, full of craziness a little bit. Yeah, some mishaps and some tomfoolery. But we're done. We're still smiling, still laughing, still having a good time. So, yeah, anyway, it's a great time. Glad to get back together with the crew, back together with Trail Magic. Go check them out on Instagram at Trail Magic VA. And tell them Hillbilly sent you. But we got another several hikes coming up, so there'll be more videos coming real soon. Appreciate y'all tagging along, and see you next one.